In my PechaKucha, I will address the relationship between technology and quality of life in Europe, specifically England. My thesis is, how did scientific advancements in Europe improve the daily lives of individuals? Most major scientific advancements happened in revolutions, as breakthroughs are made and then more scientific innovations follow after. The revolutions I will go over are the agricultural, scientific, industrial, and digital revolution. Before the agricultural revolution happened, farming was not efficient enough to allow many individuals to do non-agricultural labor in England at the time. The population was held back by food production, cities were smaller, and quality of life was low. How it happened. Better farming methods and property rights spiked production by producing more crops per acre and allowing better organized production. The Enclosure Act in England, for instance, allowed more commercial production of crops per acre. What it changed? Excess food allowed for population growth, greatly decreasing infant mortality, increasing life expectancy and longevity, and increasing overall lifestyle as more individuals could specialize in work. What technologies spawned the agricultural revolution? The crop rotation method greatly improved production, as well as the steel plow, which was made in 1837 by John Deere. Various other policies in England also promoted more efficient farming. Before the scientific revolution happened. In the medieval era, the lack of knowledge in society allowed the powerful to stay powerful and the powerful to also manipulate the weak. Social hierarchies were tight, and the church had near absolute power in this time. How it happened. Sciences challenged conventional knowledge and disproved many things the church and old philosophers like Aristotle had said, allowing for social change. Medieval astronomy, for instance, was proven wrong by scientists, and the church lost credibility in a way from this. What this revolution changed. The church lost much of its power, and these scientists also laid the foundation for future innovations with physics and chemistry. Of course, this also began breaking the social structure in place at the time, leading to actual revolutions. What technologies spawned this revolution? The telescope, invented by Hans Lippershey in 1608, allowed scientists to see more accurately out into space, and the scientific method also allowed for further progression in science. Before the Industrial Revolution happened, most products were produced in cottages and were produced in small numbers very slowly. Many people lived in rural areas, even if they weren't farmers, and because of this, cities were small relative to after the revolution. How it happened. More efficient farming caused an excess of workforce and capital, and as well as new mechanical engineering, which allowed for the construction of factories and further specialization of work, since one worker did not need to know how to produce a whole end product. What the Industrial Revolution changed. It's greatly increased the population in cities as more people got factory jobs. The health of individuals, particularly the poor, got worse, but investors and the gained capital and resources from the Industrial Revolution accelerated progression. After some time, quality of life improved greatly and longevity and health as well as education increased. What technologies spawned the Industrial Revolution? The assembly line, which was debatably invented by Henry Ford in 1913, allowed highly specialized, unskilled work. Steam engines also allowed for great mechanical energy, which is needed for factories, and many other machines reduced the labor needed to create a product. Before the digital revolution, information had to be kept at libraries and took a long time to retrieve. Communication in general also took much longer. Individuals generally had more physical labor and more of the population was required for manufacturing-type jobs. How the digital revolution happened. Computers spawned programmable robots, which greatly reduced the need for manufacturing labor, which in turn freed up many jobs. The instantaneous communication also improved productivity in the workforce. What the revolution changed. After the digital revolution, there were much less people working in manufacturing, particularly in first world countries. Also, more skilled labor is required for computer development and programming, and information in general increases in value. What technologies spawned the digital revolution? The digital computer was invented by Alan Turing in 1932, which led way to digital robotics, computer modeling, and product development, and the World Wide Web, which was invented by Tim Berners-Lee in 1990, as well as advanced data keeping. As one can see from the graph on quality of life versus technology, in general, with each scientific innovation, quality of life increases, especially longevity, and education increases as well at a steady rate. Population goes up when excess food is created, but slows afterwards. With every stage of technology, the technology itself improves life as it advances, whether it is an entertaining computer or a life-saving new farming method. These scientific revolutions improve the health, comfort, and education of individuals. Most negative attributes of these revolutions can be related back to mankind directly, not the technology it creates.